Oh yeah, Woo. Yeah. I see. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kick Rocks 268 back again with another episode of the DOP Podcast. Joining us, as always, is the White Wonder C Boogie down.
What's up, guys?
Can't see his ass right now, but he might pop up later. We got the Polynesian Warrior, who you also can't see.
I just fixed my mic now, too.
My brother, Flip. So it's a Negro podcast because we the only two people they can see right now.
Okay. So, yeah, but true, man. You got the white man and the chin
all
and
Negro all the
yeah.
time.
I preset something. All right.
Look, stepping on the backs of the white people.
I can't say shit.
I don't agree with that.
I ain't got no room to say shit.
No, I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I'm peaceful.
I think we all are, brother.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not.
No. EJ is Black Power.
Nah, EJ's just a fucking instigator.
Yeah.
He's
a Malcolm X.
It's all about jobs, man.
I will fuck you up with this motherfucking fruit roll up too, nigga.
This man fall asleep on that fruit roll up.
You ever been beat with a fruit roll up, nigga?
That sounds like a gay drive-by.
Anyway, oh my god, I lost my fucking train of thought. How y'all been? How's your life been? You can start there while I gather my thoughts.
Got me a J.O.B. pimp. J.O.B.
That's what's up, bro.
Hell yeah.
I've been busy as fuck.
Congratulations to your job.
About damn time.
I'm moving out of one hot zone into another hot zone. So
where are you coming out of?
Florida. I'm going from Florida to California.
Hey, it's dry heat though, right?
You getting restationed in Cali?
Yeah, in Pendleton though.
Oh.
Well, that's good. That's a little far away from TJ. You don't need to be nowhere near TJ.
Yeah.
You need to be nowhere near TJ.
Mm-hmm.
What about you there, fucking sea bugs? How's brand new fatherhood treating you?
Family life, bro. Team no sleep.
This man told me, he told me earlier today, the reason why he's lucky in his relationship is because he's the best yes man ever.
I am.
Well,
can't be too wrong with that. Yes, man.
They say happy wife, happy life, right?
I don't
exactly.
I do not co-sign to that statement.
That's why you single now.
Oh man! If everybody was visible in the screen, I would say everybody that has somebody raise your hand.
Exactly. Because I care about my happiness. Fuck that.
I'm happy though. That's the difference.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, in turn, you make her happy. In turn, she make you happy.
Exactly. I'm a simple man to please.
Hasn't been my past experiences.
Oh, well.
And you know about those.
Obviously, you didn't make them happy.
Oh, okay. Touche.
I don't know. I remember hearing one that sounded pretty damn happy one night. Me and another white fella was sitting outside of a camper while EJ was rocking that thing.
That's 365 days out of the year. That's one night though.
She doesn't hate me now. No.
Who was that, EJ?
She doesn't hate me now. Oh, you know you know who it is.
Who was it?
Hey, remind me to bleep.
No, you need to get your answer out there, man. You better get your answer out there.
Bleep these names out. I don't got permission to use these people.
Then you better use code. You better figure this thing out. I'm over here trying to figure out some picture-in-picture action.
Look, it's real simple.
Sensitive.
If I say blonde chick,
No. Okay, just say this. Just say this.
Blonde chick.
Say it like this. Here. Break it down like this.
No. Flip.
It wasn't. Hold on. It wasn't the one from South Carolina, right?
Yeah, it was.
It was the one from South Carolina.
You
now,
know what?
Let me break it down.
At least.
Let me break it down.
Can we not break it down?
Was it?
Leave it at the
Hold on.
blonde
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep names out of there because now it's only me and you talking. Was it the one that came to my aunt's house? Remember for I forgot what holiday, but we ended up playing basketball at the park.
In Florida?
Yeah. Was it her?
No.
Okay, so it wasn't her.
No.
Okay, then I already know who it was then. Okay, we good. See? Through process of elimination.
There we go.
Wait, do you really know?
Yeah, I know who it is. It's let's put it this way. Tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody else had her first.
Man, that's like the easiest fucking
Wait, what you mean?
That does not break it down.
I was gonna say
Was it
I've taken a lot of niggas bitches in my lifetime.
But one of the dudes in South Carolina
you need to bleep that concept.
that I met personally.
No.
It wasn't her.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, that's who I thought it was. You were talking about then.
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
Fuck. You met her, bro.
Then you're gonna have to break it down there.
Blonde, blue-eyed, thick, short, nurse.
That sounds like half of South Carolina.
He ain't even lying.
No, that's like 80% of South Carolina.
Yeah, exactly.
You're lying, bro.
You gotta say the name.
You
Just
go
go
ahead
ahead
name.
first name, man.
Yo.
While I'm editing, you
Just say the name and bleep it out.
There you
Bleep
go.
this
First
out.
name. First.
Nigga.
There you go.
Oh, okay. All right. I always get heavily confused with the other one. That's who I thought was the one you took from. That's the one I thought that's the one you took.
Well, yeah, it was the one I kind of took, but that was also the one I brought to your house, brought to the house when we were playing spades and shit. That was big. Yeah.
Okay, but I confused.
How?
I get the names mixed up. I can't keep your hoes in line. Females, your ladies. Your ladies, sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I'm cutting all this out.
Other people's
right.
apparently.
Yeah.
I'm cutting all this out. Either that or it's going to sound like an old school rap song on the radio. Beep, 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 beep.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's starting to look a little better on the video side.
Oh, shit.
You got 3 out of 4.
Yo. Anybody who missed this shit live, no, got it fucked up.
Actually, you know what? Where is that button for the count?
Hey.
The count says 0. I'm sorry.
Remind me to delete this.
You ain't gonna.
Off the Twitch site.
Yeah, you are. What?
I'm not trying to get fucked up.
Okay, no. Ain't nobody gonna see it. Don't worry.
Bro.
Don't worry.
They watch the pod, bro.
Okay,
That's why. But they watch it on YouTube, bro. Yo.
But you in Florida.
They got cars.
Ain't going nowhere. Just say you got the road.
They know where you live.
One of them
Tampa ain't that far from Batesburg, dog. It's a half a day drive.
Yeah. See, look
You wake up and you be down there by lunch.
She'll use that nigga for ransom. Tell me to come up there for she's got that nigga, yo. You better chill.
This man.
Mm-hmm.
And she a nurse, boy. She'll cut him where he just bleeds slowly.
I don't even know where to start with you, man.
Oh my God, she sees it. She's gonna be pissed.
She won't.
All right, I got 3. I gotta fix this dude.
Anyway.
Why don't we get you sideways? There you go.
Yeah, who's sideways?
Your boy over here.
Oh, flip! Turn your phone sideways so the landscape, so we can get a
Pow!
yeah.
Look at that. No more action in your face.
Bam. Anyway,
There you go.
now that we're off my personal shit, how this is like what, 2 or 3 episodes. That is how it starts. On some personal shit of mine. I don't know how that happened. Anyway,
I think we got everybody.
what were we talking about?
Oh, look at that. We got all 4. There you go. Bam.
Oh yeah. How do you feel about basketball restarting?
If you ain't know better, that's the first topic. Bam.
I feel like they got millions of dollars. They're getting paid millions of dollars to stay in a bubble. I think they good. It's not like everybody else, like us, where we got to go and encounter everyday people on a regular basis.
Okay.
I think they good.
Okay. Are we sure they good? Because you got homeboy that got caught up Uber eating some food, fucking up the bubble, didn't he? Didn't one of the players.
Zion.
No, Zion had family issues and they told him he could leave.
I thought somebody ordered some food and brought it in from the outside.
I promise you it wasn't just food, dog.
That food nasty, I bet.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't just food.
But no, because fucking Stephen A. Smith and fuck is his name? Shannon Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are bitching, talking about, oh, no one cares about the 50 versus T.I. rap battle thing, right? Or the Will and Jada entanglement thing is just a distraction to distract us from what's important. But previously, when there were players speaking out like Kyrie about restarting the league, that it would be a distraction from what's important. He was like, no, go start playing ball, do your job, use your platform to spread it to the masses. It's like it's already spread to the masses. All of them playing basketball is going to do is make more money for the white people who control shit. Take black people from all sports and watch how boring that shit is. Name a white person that's not European in descent that plays basketball that you would watch just because of him right now.
I got one. What is that cat that played for Duke like 1 or 2 years ago that got in trouble all the time for tripping up players?
Grayson Allen, that nigga plays off the bench. He would still get, look.
But if you take white people away from basketball, that man's starting. And that would be entertaining. Gordon Hayward too. That's my dude.
Gordon Hayward. You would still have.
I want to see the comeback story for that, man.
That's not the point. It wouldn't be as exciting. People won't watch it. It won't make.
Of course not.
Money.
But the thing about it, the way I see it is like this, though. You see what I'm saying? If they keep their space and they're doing all the safety measures and things of that sort, just like all of us, we still got to go to work, right? Majority of us still have to do what we got to do. So if they're able to stay in a bubble like they're supposed to, stay away from these hoes because they're in Orlando and stuff like that.
Oh, the hose is out.
That's what the Uber's really for.
Worst freaking location for that, man.
The hose is out.
But that's the thing. They don't want to do what they have to do. You see what I'm saying? And they're not trying to make sure that they're in a safe bubble to where they can do that.
They need
and
to
that's
cut
the
off
problem.
IG. Yo, if you go on IG, all the hoes are in Orlando all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
They all in Orlando all of a sudden. Bitches from Idaho is in Orlando.
I told somebody that this shit was going to happen, too.
The TikTok chick, Charlie D'Amelio or whatever, nothing against
her. I don't know.
But I don't think she lives in Orlando. But I've been seeing TikTok videos of her doing TikToks with NBA players in Orlando. I'm like, what are y'all doing damn TikTok videos for? Supposed to be quarantining. Goddamn, something like that.
That's how I see it. Like if they just did their quarantining and practice safety measures and stuff like that, they'd be straight. I mean, have any of you contracted it?
No.
Not that I know.
And I've been going to work every day.
I'm sleeping.
You see what I'm saying? And I ain't contracted it. So it just goes to show.
Now, have you gotten tested? Can't make that statement. Be like,
I've gotten tested. I can't. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about COVID. The reason why we got so many cases and things to that sort. I was looking at the CDC article that they just put out recently. If your body doesn't have the antibodies to fight against it, they will test you and say that you're positive of having coronavirus, even though you may not have it specifically. So it's a crazy situation where it's like, all right, you go get the test, or like I believe they're really inflating the numbers. We had for example, I'll give you a perfect example. We had a guy who went and he was supposed to go get tested. And he was like, the line is way too long. So he ended up leaving and never got tested. Well, a few days later, he got a letter in the mail that said he tested positive for COVID when he never even tested for it.
I've seen quite a few of those situations.
No, where they just accidental, like.
Could that be from contact tracing, though?
That's a good question.
Because if they went to get tested and other people were there to get tested and someone in the vicinity that they may have bumped into or been in close contact with for a brief period of time, whatever they decide that time frame is, what if one of them tested positive?
But even still, if everybody's wearing a mask and a mask is designed to keep everybody safe, how is that supposed to work?
Because
the mask,
but like kind of to piggyback off of what you said, if you don't have the antibodies, they say that you're positive for coronavirus.
Well, but if you didn't test, how would they know?
Hold on. And because you brought up the mask thing. What if it's precautionary? I'm not saying that the numbers aren't possibly inflated, but what if some of these people who have been diagnosed have been it's proximity and it's better safe than sorry? And just say, go ahead, you got it, do your 2 weeks, and bam, you're gone. That also will inflate the numbers of people who recover from coronavirus to make the world feel better. So maybe it's a game and it's checks and balances. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying the numbers aren't inflated. I believe that there's some sort of inflation to them amongst all of the articles and things I've seen and read since the start of this. But
absolutely.
I'm just saying, what if the false positives also create a more false positive on the other end?
To balance out the okay, I see what you're saying. But at the same time, that causes issues.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying, there could be also a positive on the other end. Which, I mean, that's wrong. Like, lying is wrong. Like, lying about the numbers is wrong. I feel the numbers should be 100%. You know what I mean? But I guess if you're going to lie, you might as well try to get them on both sides, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think so much lying is they didn't give guidance to what really mattered. Like, okay, they need 100% positivity. It has to be from COVID. Now, the numbers are coming saying, this person got cancer but had COVID on the back end too, and it may have caused additional issues. So, I mean, it's how it gets reported too. So, there's no base to it. They were just like, give me some numbers, and here's a bunch of deaths with COVIDs on them. Not primary cause was COVID.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's baseline. I think we're all in a sort of agreement that it's not right in any sort of way.
Because I get that too, and like I explained that to someone else, but kind of from the opposite, but using the same example you did. And not to bring up, well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say what I'm saying. But like if a person had cancer, but they stop. I'm not gonna say that. But if a person had cancer, but it was found that they also had COVID, is there any factual evidence to say the COVID did not speed up the cancer, or the cancer did not speed up the COVID? So I feel if there's no evidence saying one or the other, then they're going to say COVID was also a part of it because there's no evidence to say it wasn't. But if there's evidence to say, yes, this person had COVID, but they had terminal cancer, stage 57 million, and they were going to die in 5 seconds either way.
But the thing about it is, if you look at all the deaths of everything else and you compare it to the previous years, you'll see that all the deaths of cancer, all the deaths of AIDS, all the deaths of HIV, the flu, all those things have drastically dropped this year because of COVID, because everything is tied to COVID now. If you have a small inkling or if they think that you have it, that's what it is. I know people out here that have died to other things, but they're blaming it on COVID and saying that the coronavirus is what killed them.
How many celebrities have died from COVID? I want to know that.
None.
Because there has been one.
None.
No, there's one. There's one.
Ooh.
You won't know this. It's super white culture. It's fucking Travis Tritt. And the reason they say he died from coronavirus is to get all the white people that are old Republicans on board with following the rules.
Are you talking about the old? No, I thought he. Wait. Wait. That's not the old veteran dude, is it?
All right, man. I think.
Okay, no.
I don't think so.
We just gone on.
Okay, so.
He's an old country singer.
Oh, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Right,
yeah.
So anyway, we're not moving on, but anyway, to progress the conversation, if that's the case and they're inflating all these numbers and so on, what's the end game?
To get a vaccination, to make it a mandatory vaccination. If you look up, in 2019, there was a patent put on a vaccination in Europe under Gilead Laboratories. So that way, for vaccination, so that way, if you get enough cases, you make it mandatory for everybody to go back to work, everybody to go back to school, like the flu vaccination, everybody has to get it. Now, whoever owns that patent is going to be a multimillionaire. I believe it's big pharmaceutical contracts.
What did you say it was?
So this is the plot, huh? This is.
Wait, what did you say it was?
Gilead, Gilead.
So all the
pharmaceuticals,
all the conspiracy theories that we've thought of in the past, finally one has kicked off, and we just, didn't even put it together, 2 and 2, and it all goes back to Big Pharma being, the threat.
Yeah.
The threat and the answer.
Look up coronavirus patent. You'll see there's in November of 2019, because I already started spiraling down this whole conspiracy just to see how true it was.
Okay, so a patent needs an owner. So somebody right up to this specific.
I thought I saw COVID-19 under Bill Gates in 2008.
I was like, there's a couple of people that could have gotten
now, don't get me wrong. That's the COVID virus. But the vaccination itself.
That doesn't exist
to us. It doesn't exist to us. But if you look it up, there was a patent that was approved November of 2019 on a vaccination.
For a type of vaccination, yes.
For a type. Yes, for a type. Now, what is being said is they let the coronavirus get out. And it got out of control. There's several different strains, and there's so many different strains that the one virus vaccination is not going to be able to contain the virus because of the different strains that has been put out there.
Sound about right so far, yeah.
So
makes sense.
With that, if they can figure out how to hit the strains, all of them, then they're going to just put out a mandatory vaccination like they do with the flu shot. Because if you think about it, the flu is constantly evolving. So they're constantly evolving the flu vaccination as well. That's why we have to do it every year. Whereas hepatitis is something that's not constantly evolving. So we only got to do that like once every 10 years.
I think we're all under the basic understanding.
Present invention relates with
while this fool over here do the research.
Comprising a variant replicates gene, blah, blah, blah.
But since it
exists.
right.
I don't understand shit I'm not reading it, but I mean, goddamn, I mean, it's long as shit.
All right.
It's a thing.
Let's.
Okay, so
we were on this.
So you're saying that Big Pharma is in charge of this for the money, for the guap, for that cheddar cheese.
A specific company in Europe is in charge of it for it. Yes.
Alright, so we'll just go ahead and agree on this and say, Big Pharma's gonna cash out on this one way or another.
I invested in it.
They always do.
So
I invested in it.
Stocks.
It makes sense. I can't really refute it. I don't. That's not my belief, but I can't dispute it. So I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
Okay, so since this is kind of slowly going down on us, since we're already on this CDC stuff, there was a topic brought up this week. 7-page
white
report.
People not wanting to wear fucking masks. What is wrong with you white folks, nigga?
Well, you got the mask.
What is wrong? Yo, I watched a video today of these two skater kids walking around Huntington Beach, just asking people, "Would you like a mask?" A simple no. I'm good. It's fine. Some dude tried to fight these kids, talking about, "You want a piece of me? You can get all of me. I'm ready." And I'm like, he just asked you if you wanted a mask, bro. All you had to do was say no and go about your day. Dudes are flipping them off.
How about the dude that got caught on
you believe
TV?
in God? Like, what the?
How about the dude that got caught on TV? This bulky dude pushing that other guy. He was like, you being a threat to him or something. He was like, "Get away!" You get to see that one, yeah? I think it was like at a Sam's Club or something. This dude was like asking to put him a mask on and starts recording instantly, and the other guy's like, "Get away! You're a fucking threat! Get away! I fucking hate you!" And starts screaming loud in front of him.
That's crazy.
Hey,
my thing is,
nobody's pushing for a mask. They just want the distance.
You can't walk in a Sam's Club with no shirt on. So what's the difference between not being able to walk into a Sam's Club with a mask on?
Here's why white people don't want to wear masks.
Oh man,
this is why.
Listen up, white people.
Thank you.
One,
Representative.
White people do not like the government telling people what to do. But the problem is, number two, the preachers of these white people are saying that this is going to lead to the mark of the beast.
Yep.
But white people are the government. How do you not want to listen to yourself?
So people are listening to their preachers and thinking that it's the government telling them that they have to wear a mask when the government has not made it a law that anyone has to wear a mask. Not at least here in South Carolina. Our governor, Foghorn Leghorn McMassa, as he is, dumb as he is, he has not specifically stated you have to wear a mask. He is leaving it up to the businesses, which is how it should be, which I'm surprised that he's doing that.
But that's what
most states have.
But that's what I'm saying. If a business has a no shoes, no shirt, no service policy, right? Businesses can allow that or disallow that because businesses are on beachfronts. Typically, you can go there in your swimwear and they'll let you in depending on the establishment, with no shirt on or with sandals or whatever, right? So that's an optional rule that they can enforce. So since that's a rule that they can enforce, what's the difference between that rule and the mask rule? Is what I'm saying. You don't come up to the no shoes.
It's not.
No
it's just people are fucking idiots. People are just fucking idiots.
But you come up to the no mask rule with anger, and it's like there's no difference.
No,
if
the reason why
said, "Hey, you have to wear a suit to get in here," and if you want to go to that restaurant, guess what? Your ass is gonna go down to JCPenney, get one of those one size fit all suits.
They wouldn't.
Girl out and go to the fucking restaurant. I don't get it.
They wouldn't. Listen. A lot of people don't like change, and that's the problem. So if all of a sudden Denny's said you have to have a collared shirt on to go to Denny's, a lot of people would boycott that because now the rule has changed. So now our everyday normal of not having to wear a mask is now you have to wear one. And that's the problem. So a lot of people are like, fuck no, I've gone this long throughout my life without having to wear a mask. Now I got to wear a fucking mask everywhere I go.
Okay.
Man, so you let
my rebuke to that is, are you so mad about the mask that your ass loses common sense? If I was to come up to you and say, hey, there's a virus outside, right? Whether you knew it or not, if I was to come to you and say, hey, there's a virus outside. If we go outside, we're going to catch a virus. If we wear this mask in 2 weeks, we'll be good to go and can go about our lives doing the regular shit. If we don't, the time in which we will have to continue this virus situation is unknown. Whether you believe me or not, nigga, do you want to go 2 weeks of being slightly uncomfortable or an unknown amount of time being uncomfortable? Anyone with common sense is going to pick the 2 weeks.
I get what you're saying, but that 2 weeks is really just a chance. And that's the problem. People are like, well, I mean, you think about it. When they told everybody they had to stay in their houses, if everybody stayed home for 2 weeks, everybody literally everything just shut down for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Everybody would be good.
Exactly.
Because the virus can't live outside of 14 days. However, you got motherfuckers that refuse to listen.
Well, then all the niggas should
on mute for this one.
Die. I mean, not die.
There you go. I caught you right at the end of that. Die.
All
right. We need this ain't working for us.
I'm saying though, right? Like I don't mean that. I don't wish on anyone.
Moving on.
No, we ain't moving on.
Ride the wave.
My biggest problem. My biggest problem is I got friends of mine that were veterans of the Marine Corps that are saying they have a problem wearing a fucking mask.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, I have a problem wearing a mask. I'm a veteran in the Marine Corps, but I got a fucking heart condition, goddammit.
Yeah. But how many times did you have to run your PFT for PT in the morning with a fucking gas mask on? Come on now. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you fucking run 3 miles in the morning as soon as your ass wake up with a gas mask on. But now you have a problem wearing a little fucking cloth mask that, honestly, if you feel like it, you could cut the fucking inside of it out.
You were going somewhere completely
different. No. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, some of these veterans need to quit being little bitches about it.
I feel you.
That's what I'm saying.
I was thinking the other day, though, coming from work, I was like, you remember growing up, we always wanted to be a ninja or wanted to be like a Mortal Kombat character. Yeah. We always wanted to put the mask on nobody want to be face or be a fucking Power Ranger, right? With the Ninja Power Rangers. Now you finally get to live out your childhood dream and you gonna bitch about it, nigga? As a grown man, I'm happy to put my mask on. I put my mask on, put my hat down low like this, nigga. I'm a black ninja going through work. What you talking about? Oh, man.
What I don't get, this is the crazy thing, right? The norm, it's the new norm, right? How many people do you really think are actually afraid when you walk into an establishment now? Because some people don't wear the regular mask. Some people wear, scarves. Some people wear like neck gaiters, things to that sort.
Being a nigga in America, white people.
But what I'm saying is, think about it. If you work in a bank,
reacting crazy these days.
Right. But if you work in a bank now, that used to be your biggest fear, is seeing somebody come in like that.
Mm-hmm.
True. So now it's the new norm. And it's like, it trips me out when I see people walking into banks and stuff like that.
I ain't even thought about that.
That's funny to me because that's funny to me.
Man, if y'all see me on the news tomorrow,
I can just picture a little white lady at the counter in the bank and somebody walk in with a mask on and her hands start shaking and shit.
Because now people don't even, if you think about it, right? Being in the Marine Corps, I've seen both sides of the spectrum. If I'm in my uniform, people are not a lot less jumpy. But if I'm in regular clothes and they see this 6'2" black dude, they jump. Oh, you scared me for a second. I thought you was gonna rob me. That's probably what they thinking, right?
That's because they think he got tattoos up to his earlobe.
Yeah, right. But if you think about it, right? So now, with a mask on, you would think that would scare them even more. But with the mask, they feel more comfortable now because they know that you're keeping them safe. It's crazy how fast the government can tweak people's minds and get them to change the perspectives of how things look.
That's crazy. I never thought about it.
We need to bring this dude back for another round.
I never thought about it.
For real.
I need
that. Funny.
Let's move on to some more intensive topics.
Yeah.
Hey,
right now.
Oh, sure, sir. Yeah, I want everything. What everything?
Right.
You stupid.
Protect me. Yeah,
next topic.
Give me some money.
DJ, next topic.
Okay, so moving on, because y'all
history.
Y'all are tiptoeing on the light information I was trying to hit on y'all today, man. Come on, hold on. You got the Will and Jada.
Oh, can we talk about Will? No. I want to save that. Do I want to save that?
That's crazy.
All right. I'll let y'all
Will's
have
got to fuck homeboy's mama.
Do y'all?
Okay. If you want to hold this out, give me a number, 1, 2, or 3, and I'll give you something else. We'll give me
Will and Jada.
Give me a number, 1, 2, 3. All cast vote right here. Don't even know it,
bro. Yo, tell me that Will didn't look like he wanted to reach across that table and slap the dog shit out of her during that interview, yo.
He had the calmest.
Will had
sadness.
trick. I swear to God, look on.
Oh yeah.
Entanglement.
The fuck you mean? Like he was ready to cuss her out.
He was trying to hold it back, boy. He was like, "What do you mean entanglement?" She's like, "Yeah, me and August got into entanglement." He said, "So y'all were dating?" Yeah, y'all were dating.
Yeah, it was a relationship.
When he said that, that's when I knew Jada took their separation to a whole nother level that Will wasn't even on.
But see, I saw a video where they were talking to each other, a different part of it, and their relationship. I mean, they already had an open relationship, so I don't understand why he has a problem with it. Supposedly, he smashed the Hispanic black chick from Men in Black. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
word.
Okay, I don't think he had.
I'd have done it.
I don't think he had that much of a hate.
He'd be having some Will Smith babies if that was me. I'm telling you right now, I'd have shot the club up. Bang bang.
I don't think he disliked it, more the fact that he had to hear it.
Okay, but my thing is
okay.
He had to hear it coming out of her mouth saying, yeah. And you know he wanted to hear it because it was just like, no, well, what kind of entanglement you talking about?
But hold on. And we're all men here. Right?
It's a double standard.
Right. Well, there's that, but I'm not going that way. We can touch on that after.
We need a fifth person on this one.
We as men all have that connection with our woman. That when we feel the relationship is starting to slip away, right? We all have that desperation mode that we can get into if we really want the relationship to not fail. Where we start doing shit, we just be super duper extra.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We all have that mode where we feel desperate. We're like, oh, I don't want to lose her. We start doing everything under the sun, every fucking romance novel, secret trick in the book we can think of to try to get her to.
You mean everything that she likes?
Right. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. I think because you heard Will say, I was tired of your ass, right?
Kicked you to
so
the curb.
Will had got to a point that we all get to in relationships when we've been with the same woman for so long, you getting on my goddamn nerves. Like, get the fuck away from me.
They knew that within themselves, man.
Right. But what I'm saying is what happened is Will saw who she ended up connecting to, and he might not have been connected with someone, or who he was connecting with wasn't fucking August Alsina. Okay, it wasn't like he was fucking Heidi Klum or something, right? He might have been fucking like a regular broad from around the way, and he see Jada fucking August Alsina. So now what happens as a nigga? Now your pride hurts, so now you're like, baby, come back, come back, and now it's
like I said,
trying to wrestle Jada away from August Alsina, and him
supposedly
doing a good job, and
dig her up.
Look, she looked him dead in his face and said, that nigga was blowing my back out. His dick was bigger than yours. He lasted longer than you.
No, that's what 50 said.
He pleased me more than you did.
Remember 50 came out?
That's why you gotta dig her up.
If her words were knives, Will would have died 10 times over on that table, bro. He had to
so my thing is, look. I'm touching on the double standard piece of it, because we as men, a lot of the time, majority of men feel like we are capable of going out and doing whatever the hell we want, and the woman is supposed to stay at home and wait. The moment she goes out and do anything, oh hell no, the world is ended. Hell has frozen over.
We as men can have meaningless sex. I mean, I'm not condoning the activity. Let me go on record saying I am not condoning
as it's blinking right now.
However, we as men can have meaningless sex.
True, right. However, like you said, she had a deeper connection with him. And the problem is, in their relationship, though, we're looking at it from our eyes. From our perspective, if we with somebody, we don't want anybody with anybody else. And if we do anything, then we're trying to go off and do what we do, but we don't want our significant other. Their life is completely different. She said it to his face. We not breaking up. If we are at that point, then you're gonna be on one side of the house. You're gonna be on one side of the house with whoever you're with, and you're gonna be on the other side of the house with whoever I'm with. And I looked at that and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's millionaire problems right there.
Exactly. Ain't no way in hell, bitch. Get the fuck on.
But if Will's like, hey Jada, yo, I'm ready to come back. Is she just supposed to snap back then, or keep fucking the nigga she's fucking? Because that's what it looks like to me.
But Will, that's what they got to work out.
And she wasn't.
See, now, if it's a separation like that, Dennis, it's like, all right, whoever like did the most harm to cause it to go to the separation has got to earn that back. You know what I'm saying?
I see I like that.
You got to earn it back.
Yeah.
But because I tell you now, ain't no way in hell. His dick bigger than mine? Oh, well, go get him. He ain't got as much money as I do. Go with him.
Will, bro.
But at the end,
I threw that motherfucking red table out the motherfucking window. I'd be like, bitch, you get your loose pussy ass out my house.
At the end, what did you hear him say at the end? Oh, I'm gonna get you back. Oh, you think I'm gonna get you back. He was making sure.
I bet you in the back of Will's mind, he's like, you don't even know I'm about to fuck your sister.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna get somebody. But at the same time,
he gonna get somebody real close
August
to
mom,
like a best friend.
Why would he have to fuck August mom? August ain't the one that did the wrong.
No, but
if anything, he'd have to go after somebody in Jada family.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's what
Jada mama.
I'm saying he'll go after. I'm saying it has to be a sister.
That's what I'm saying. He would have to do something like that. Like, okay, all right, you went and did something. If you're gonna one up somebody, it's gonna be the person that did the damage to you. It ain't August Alsina's fault. True. You know what I mean?
Sorry for Augie though. whatever the fuck they call it.
No, better not be.
Why would you feel sorry for him?
Because they made it seem like he was a poor defenseless child that Jada just brought into her web.
Even in his damn interview,
he basically did, right?
No, even in his own damn interview, he made it seem like it was all respectful.
No, he in love. That he pussy whip. He gonna say whatever he gotta say to be in her good graces.
It wasn't bad.
Jada put it on that nigga.
That's what happens. You get some cougar poon. You can't get mad about that. You fall in love with it. You can't grow attached to it.
But they made him seem like he was damaged, and like Jada.
But he
was damaged. He was damaged.
He was damaged. He was going through mental health things and stuff like that, and that's what started her even trying to help him.
But that's the pre-marinade. That's the pre-marinate.
Right. So she took advantage of him. You don't feel sorry for him about that?
No.
So
let me tell you,
3 out of 4
I was 17 years old. I was 17 years old, and I had this chick. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was 40 at the time, right? And she literally put it on me.
Turned you out? She turned you out?
Yeah, put it on me. To the point where one day I called her and I left a voicemail. And she was like, hey, motherfucker, don't leave no goddamn voicemails on my phone. Yeah. Don't ever do that. Whenever I want you, I'll call you. I was like, holy shit. Like,
your seniors. Better respect.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she was saying. Like, respect your elders, give me my space.
Yo,
and I was like, fuck. I was
tell me
heartbroken.
we all
Like,
haven't
bitch.
had that. Tell me we all haven't fucked that old ass bitch. We've all fucked the old bitch.
She put it on me though.
Yeah,
Got two stepsons, bro.
We gonna have to delete that part now. You know we now we specifically can't damage our own people that way. I can't. I haven't put the 5-second dump on this thing yet.
I had to think if the individual in which I was about to say watches, and in fact she does. So delete that.
Yeah.
Boy,
recant that whole statement.
My life could be a fucking.
It's already done. So,
all right.
Should we stick to this on?
Fuck. What else we got?
No. On to the next one. On to the next one.
You want to move on? So you.
Yeah.
All right, since
I got me in here like Day, you gonna get me in trouble.
Since you are new temporary add-on, you want a conspiracy theory, another hard evidence kind of thing.
Let's do the hard evidence one.
Redskins name change.
Why the fuck we talking about a name change when they got all the sexual allegations going on up there now?
Oh,
yeah, 15. At least 15.
Yeah. Yo.
God.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then somebody said, I was watching the news today. Somebody literally said today, it goes on all across the NFL. I'm like,
I'm sure it does.
That's about to open up a whole world of drama, though.
I bet.
It's the whole Me
Jerry
Too.
Jones is about to get fucked up.
And
that
that's
the whole Me Too movement. Look at the NFL. I equate like the analogies of Bill Cosby. So that the NFL is now Bill Cosby. A whole bunch of women about to come out and get paid behind that because it's like, well, I got fucked over and this is what happened.
How many other women did my quarterback try to rape?
Who, Ben Rapelessberger?
Rapelessberger? Oh, shit.
I mean, I got 2 points on something there. Come on.
Go ahead. Give
Look, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Because on one hand, it's like, I'm going to be disrespectful as fuck if I say what I'm going to say. But on the other hand, it's partially true, which is why it sounds fucked up. So it's like,
I'll give you my 2 cents if I was a cheerleader working for Dan Snyder.
As women, technically, I could do so and not have to worry about anything. But I don't want to sound like an asshole.
My problem with all this is where's the proof? Because anybody, it's kind of like
does
buyer's
anybody
remorse.
Need it now? No. Does anybody need it now? That's the scary
That's what
part.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? You don't have proof today, so now anybody can say anything, and you don't really have a leg to stand on. All you have to do is say 7 years ago this happened. No. See, R. Kelly is a different story because R. Kelly.
What's the statute of limitation though? Is there no statute of limitation for it?
And that's the thing too.
Because they go back 20 years and then some.
Because and the only reason why I bring up the statute of limitation, like I said, because I done got started. But like I said, I'm gonna sound like an asshole, right? Sexual harassment, sexual assault, sexual abuse, that whole term has evolved over the years. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
We get training on this, and every year something's different. You know, saying to you that girl has a fat ass used to not be sexual harassment. Sexual harassment used to be they used to have to hear it or you have to say it to them. They don't even have to hear it. If someone who heard it from 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 someone tells her, you can now get hit with sexual harassment, right?
True.
So,
you can fuck your whole life up just by saying, well, you look pretty today.
Women who are coming out now, I'm not saying that there are some that don't have legitimate cases, right?
Right.
But when you start getting like Bill Cosby, when you start getting into like the 40s and the 50s and the 60s of people saying this,
and the 70s,
I have to
drugs were prevalent.
Yes.
Oh my
well, not
God.
even that. I just have to wonder, are you now using the new definition of sexual harassment, sexual assault to justify what happened to you 20 years ago when the definition was different, I don't think you should be able to do that. If you was hoeing out in the 70s and you trying to get paid in the 2020s, no, bitch, you was a hoe then. You leave them days behind. Don't try to come back at that man because you was dropping them draws because you was doped up on ecstasy and shit.
It was emotional, mental abuse. Emotional abuse.
And so
the emotional abuse and mental abuse with all them drugs you was popping.
So if you think about that, right? Because technically, if you look at it, then the same chick that tried to charge Kobe with rape would be able to come back and recharge him.
Yes.
If that's the case.
Yeah. All she would have to do is wait for the definition to change to where it's more beneficial for her situation and she can come back and sue that nigga, rest his soul. Hope that never fucking happens. But that's what I'm saying. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it seems like to me. And like I said, I'm not trying to down talk sexual assault. That's not what I'm doing. But
no, because it's real people out there dealing with real issues.
I feel, however, there should be a statute of limitations. I also feel if there's a statute of limitation, more people will come forward because they know if they hold their mouth closed too long, that person who did it will get away with it and be able to continue doing it to other people. So there can be a positive to that as well if people look at it as such.
Right.
Yeah, but they're never gonna see it that way. They're gonna see it in fear, man.
The problem with
but we gotta make a change somehow, bro.
Both topics, I think the way we're going now, everybody is way too fucking sensitive.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because now you're saying, hey, the Redskins need to change their name, right? They need to change their name.
But that is some racist ass shit, though.
It's always been racist, right?
Yeah.
Who's demanding that they change their name? Is it the Native Americans? The ones that own all the hotels and casinos?
No.
Are they the ones complaining about it?
No.
A Native American drew the logo for them.
If they're not the ones complaining,
they even invited a person. I saw the son came on and said, "Oh, it's going to be a disgrace to lose the logo." His dad his dad would be disappointed.
So the Florida State football team has a actual guy go out there,
a Seminole, right?
Throw the thing in the middle of the field for him.
So my thing is this: if you are trying to force somebody to do something and it's not the people speaking up for it, that would be like, all right, using the word, let's say nigga, right? Black folks, you have white people going out and protesting saying, don't call them that. And no black people are speaking up on it. It would make no sense. It would make absolutely no sense. If there's nobody standing up behind it, if black people are okay with everybody saying it, like let's say everybody was okay with it, but you got white people saying, hey, this is a racial term, don't say it, to take it away from black people being called it, that would be retarded. Well, I'm not even supposed to say that word.
A slap in the face. I think it was meant as a slap in the face, to be honest.
What? The logo?
White people coming out and saying white people shouldn't call each other that? Yeah, no, it was a slap. It was a slap in the face because white people are just saying that because white people can't say it.
No, I'm saying them changing the Redskins' name, I think, is a slap in the face of black people, because before the changing of the Redskins' name was the thing, it was changing the names of the Confederate generals of bases and cities and statues.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Who were slave owners, and they
got you.
That, and they're still fighting that. We have an anti-lynching bill they're fighting right now on the Senate floor. We have the cop who killed Breonna Taylor taking vacation pictures out in fucking Florida.
Don't hear a damn thing about that on the media.
Murder.
All you hear right now is the Redskins.
Trying to touch that motherfucker. We got cops who are still under investigation for shit that they did 3 years ago. Murders they did 3 fucking years ago, 4 years ago. Cops still getting their pictures.
I see what you're saying.
Rights, right?
So,
we out here marching in the streets, but the Indians, Native Americans, my bad, the Native Americans ain't saying shit, minding their own business because they got their land from the.
Are they the true
government.
Native Americans?
Huh?
Are they the true Native Americans?
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't get into that. That's the whole other thing. But anyway, the Native Americans got their land. They got their land.
So here's the thing.
What happened to them? They got their laws. What happened to them? They're cool and chilling. White people said, we're going to do something for the Native Americans, and we're going to make it happen like that to fucking slap black folks in the face and be like, hey, guess what, motherfuckers? We will never do what you want us to do.
Well,
That's
and
what,
No. There was a hell of a lot more to that, man. At the end of the day, the damn owner said it in many years of statements. The dude said he would never change the damn name.
The reason why
they freaking he had to change it was because they were going to pull out the contracts of freaking FedEx, Pepsi,
exactly,
freaking the big name.
And if you go look at all the letters of why they said they will change the name, every time they bring up the different reasons why, sponsorship is always the first word said. Over.
Well, I know it's money.
Respect
I know
the
it's
people,
money based,
everything like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like all these companies, like Flip said, Redskins has always been racist. It didn't just up and become racist overnight, right? All these companies who are saying Aunt Jemima this, Uncle Ben this, oh, racism is bad. Oh, racism has always been bad. You're just using this time to make a buck. Because you know that if black people leave the markets,
hold on. I see what you're saying. Hold on.
But it's
what he's doing
case,
is
so.
No. What he's saying is what EJ is trying to say about it is they're picking the wrong time to talk about it. Right now, the focus is about equality for blacks, and the moment.
And police brutality.
It starts the moment you start to talk about police brutality and equality for blacks and minorities in general, they immediately try to divert the attention and say, hey, look over here and focus on this. So it's like, all right, so like I want to say it was 2016 when Trump first became president, he refused to denounce the KKK. When they asked him, hey, why won't you denounce the KKK? They're a bad organization. They hate black people, things to that sort. 2017 in Virginia, was it Virginia or it was either Virginia or North Carolina? Virginia, they were doing that peaceful protest and that car pulls up and runs people over and end up killing somebody. He finally denounces them, right? They took the attention off of that by drawing it elsewhere and focusing on everything else. The moment it's about systemic racism and people trying to overcome that, they put the focus on something else. So when it's about blacks, it's like, okay, well, now we're going to talk about gays. And it's not the same. And I was talking to my daughters about this. You know, they're like, I don't think it's the same thing. Blacks can't be the same as gays. And they were like, well, why not? It's just as important. And I said, don't get me wrong. It is an important thing. They should have their rights. However, I can't hide the fact that I'm black. I can't change that.
You can hide
a person that's gay, a lesbian, anything like that. They could live a normal life and not be affected because of the color of their skin. You cannot change that. And that's the problem. So the moment we start to speak out on black issues and we're trying to get things taken care of based off of black issues, they try to throw something else in there to make that just as important. So that way the black issues aren't as important. Even now, I told EJ about it. So I told EJ about it as well. This whole Black Lives Matter movement is a piece of shit. It's bullshit. George Soros is a white man who introduced Black Lives Matter, and he turned which is a white dude, gave them a platform and said, this is what's going to matter. You guys, this is how you're going to speak out about black lives. And the only time they talk about black lives is when white people attack black people. When in reality, it should be any time that a black life is taken away. And then on top of that, they added into it, okay, the gays, the transgenders, and all that stuff, which is fine, but they should have their own separate platform.
LGBT.
Which they do. You see what I'm saying? They have their own separate platform, but now they're tying it into the Black Lives Matter movement, so it detracts from the black lives. So how important are the black lives really? You see what I'm saying? And that's my issue. So I don't support Black Lives Matter because of that.
Ooh, my man. I'm sorry, but we just got real serious right there. I'll go ahead and back you up.
That's the truth.
But same statements as him, and it all pretty much just buttered over. Pretty damn clean.
So Washington Redskins, if the Native Americans ain't fighting it, Let that shit still stay the name.
Me out real quick.
What? The Cleveland Indians.
Hold on. Go. Yep, he's muted.
The Cleveland Indians. If they want to stay the Cleveland Indians, let them stay the Cleveland Indians. As long as the Native Americans don't have a problem with it, that's what it is. That's how I see it.
Nah, but it wasn't their fault. It was just tied into shit, and business is business. Either we take our business elsewhere, and he's gonna lose profit. He's not an idiot. He's not gonna be an idiot. He had to take it.
Of course.
So I was a Washington Redskins person. I'm trying to find me whatever I can to keep it before it all goes away, and hate crime to keep a damn Redskins jersey now.
My brother's a Washington Redskins fan.
I mean, I was DC forever, man. I just hit it in the back and always said Florida. Wasn't any better, but whatever.
I've heard something, but
it wasn't his fault anyway. So
I mean, personally, like I said, I think it's a slap in the face, but I personally don't give a fuck.
But it wasn't even at the end. It's not even his fault. It all just got tied into it. Now he got forced. Hell no, I'm not gonna lose my livelihood just because of my pride at this point. Yep, you got me. You paid my bills before. I'm just gonna say
right. But like I said, but the amount of pressure he received from whoever the fuck he received pressure from, got the shit done quick, fast, in a hurry. Do it from a man who said he would never.
But no, there was more.
Whereas
shit this thing's been petitioned
our government saying, yeah, we're gonna help black people out. We're gonna help black people out. Yet they're dragging ass. That's why I say it's a slap in the face.
I think
they're always going to.
I mean, this seems like a scenario. I mean, these people petitioning almost for like 86 years, man, doing this shit.
Yeah, he's right. It's been years, decades.
This isn't just
that they've been petitioning.
They just randomly. This dude got slapped him down in 3 different scenarios where even Indians may participate in that. Native Americans, whatever, got caught, whatever. But they've been working on this for years. They
we'll
just
take
got
400, and we'll subtract 86 from that, and that gives us 340.
I get you.
Okay, you're going through the whole distance versus actually the legal sense of the actual sense. All right. We're here on their land. We're here on their land. So if they got it done first, they did something on their end.
To further my point that it's a slap in the face, like I said, I'm not trying to downplay the action, but to further my point that it's a slap in the face to black people is the fact that this has been going on for 400 years.
Okay, no, the whole history versus the actual.
And we're not too much further progressed now than we were then in the grand scheme of things when you talk about systemic racism. 86 years of petitions to finally get something changed. That's great. I know 86 years is a very long fucking
hold on.
Come on now.
To go with what they're saying though, you got to think about it. 400. It ain't been 400 years of us trying to stop slavery. It ain't the same. It's been longer. It's been longer.
The fight against systemic
racism. I'll give you even 100, maybe 100 plus.
I said the fight against systemic racism.
Listen. So,
started back in Jim Crow days.
Right, but when did Jim Crow start? When did Jim Crow actually start?
Jim Crow started roughly 150 years ago.
Right.
Okay.
It's still more than 86 years.
Where did Jim Crow take all this on native land? This is a whole different scenario, man. If you want to go up to that level, I mean, it was on their late native land. All this is happening.
So, like people sort of real Native Americans.
I get where he's coming from at the same time, and I get where you're coming from, EJ. I see both sides of it.
I'm talking about the action. Everything else, I can't refute anything that's happened. I can't refute it happened on their land originally. I can't refute what happened to them. What I can dispute, however, is the action. You tell me 86 years. Yes, that's a long time. But why are we still fighting for certain civil liberties that people were fighting for 100 years ago? If they
why? You want to know why?
For Native Americans who are just signing a petition.
You want to know why?
In the streets protesting. They're not tearing shit up.
You want to know why?
They actually protested at the Super Bowl for that same reason in Minnesota.
Here's why. This is why we're still fighting for the same shit. Because we were not put in place to ever be in the position that we're in today. We were designed to come here and have one particular job in mind. If you think about it, even when the Constitution was written, we were worth less than a person. And that was only to benefit the South. So even when they freed us, we were still considered less than a person. We were not put in place after they freed us to be set up for success. Everything that we did, we had to fight and overcome. We were continuing to do that. So they decided to give them their land and all that stuff because this was their land in the first place. They had no business coming over here and taking it. They took it from them and was like, all right, this is what we're going to do for you. So you don't come back and try to take it back. Now we're fighting to get the same thing. We don't necessarily want land. Now we want something better than what we have. And that's what we have to figure out.
World domination.
Nah, it don't have to be world domination.
If that was the case, they could have leased our asses. They could have been like,
but
yo,
no.
Black Lives Matter at this point. Control FedEx, Pepsi.
Had y'all shit, then left us to fucking Africa, nigga.
No, that's
you can go back. You can go back if you want. I mean, you can go back.
Shit.
He can't go back. He ain't never. He wasn't born there.
You have fun going there, man. Go ahead.
Right, I damn sure was burning. I can't go back, but I can go.
Here's the thing, though. You go there, you're not gonna be accepted there. You're not gonna be accepted there.
Yeah, I heard that.
You see what I'm saying? You American black. You're not African.
See, no, he doesn't care. He just wants a good spot for himself. As long as he can be him, he don't need to be accepted. As long as he get his shit Uber.
It didn't even be that. I would much rather somebody look like me tell me that they don't like me because I don't talk like them than someone tell me that they don't like me because I don't look like them. I can't help the way I look. I can learn how to speak African. I'll get an accent.
You just said wait. You just said the same exact thing about two different sides of the spectrum and said one side you'll accept and one side you won't accept.
I said if someone doesn't like me because of the way I talk, that's not offensive to me. If someone doesn't like me because of the way I look, like my skin color, that's offensive. I can't change my skin color. They not gonna like you because of the way you look. You're not African. You're not dark enough over there. You're not black enough. I gotta look like you.
Hey, you light skinned, bro.
Yeah, we light skinned. I'm light skinned. You got to be the same color as hairline.
Shit.
Oh man, there is a hairline. Okay, I was worried there for a second.
Yeah. It's
my bad. Camera doesn't do it. Yeah, the camera.
I go to
look like Taco Fall, man.
I go to South Africa where I'm darker than everybody because the light skins live in South Africa.
You know what? You have fun. Because I hope you have an AK in the background, some pistols on standby, because you know you're going to be defending your ass.
I'm not going to Sierra Leone.
Shit.
I'm not crazy.
I just heard. And we got to have a damn tank in the background.
They don't come to you.
I just heard of this new American that just came in. I heard he was on YouTube.
I'll run to Egypt like my people did back in the biblical days.
He got two big screen TVs and a computer. Oh, let's hook up and beat his ass down for this shit real quick. Let's go get it.
Oh, no. I'm not finna go to Africa and be balling out like that.
This dude
is gonna hit your ass with two fucking spears.
If I get shot with a dart, nigga, I deserve to get robbed.
You see your background.
If I'm walking and I do one of these, look, I'm just gonna start taking shit out of my pocket as I'm falling to the ground.
Look at his curtain right in the back right there. He about to pop right there in that corner. Watch that corner.
Yeah.
Done.
I got a pistol in this bitch. He better not pop out around that corner. He might hit me with a dart, but I bet you.
But no. So again, back to what you were saying though, the problem, if you think about it, right? In the 1950s, things to that sort, they weren't fighting for equal rights. We just started fighting for equal rights in the late 1990s, early 2000s. We were fighting for civil rights in the 1950s, 60s, which is why it's called the Civil Rights Movement. You see what I'm saying? Which is crazy.
I thought I was going against these two fools, and now I got to do some more research because of your ass. I got some shit for you, but I ain't got no facts right now.
Ain't that some shit?
So you got to think about that, right? We were black people were just asking to be civil, meaning just leave us alone. That's all they were asking for. And now we're asking for equal rights. You see what I'm saying? And the people are afraid to give us equal rights because they think if we get equal rights, we're going to take over. And we take over, we're going to do what they did to us. And that's not the case.
We're not going to do what they did to us, but we will take over. I do feel that
y'all are friendlier people.
That if black people, if everyone was on equal playing field, I do feel that black people would be more successful. Why do I feel this way? Because black people have had nothing and became more successful than white people to the point to where they had to bomb, lynch, murder, and completely decimate an entire city in order to hold them down.
So the thing about it, that and that's I saw, and I'm not a Muslim or anything like that, but Louis Farrakhan said that. A white girl on the show when he was on the Phil Donahue show. This was like the 1990s.
Oh, God, Phil Donahue.
Yeah. It was 1990s. She was like, I feel more prejudice coming from you guys than us. And he said, the problem is you guys feel that if we get the equal rights and things of that sort, or we rise to power, that we're going to do what we do to you guys. You guys have the history of being aggressive. You guys have the history of being barbaric, things of that sort. And this is what Nick Cannon was trying to speak on, which is why he got fired from, his network.
But we an ain't shit podcast, so we can say the fuck we want to say.
They have the history. White people do. White people have the history. And don't get me wrong, all races have history of being aggressive. Okay. But if you really look at
not to the extent that we do.
Right. You look at it. Look at the Salem witch trials.
Yeah. But it's always been aggressive to their own people.
Right. But look at the Salem witch trials. Do you see what I'm saying? You look at Europe, the European era, the Renaissance era, things to that sort. It was all barbaric. It was aggressive and things to that sort.
The Holy Crusade.
The way they came over here, the way they took the Native Americans and used smallpox and things to that sort. They have the history of being aggressive and in nature. They feel that we're going to do
slaves, and they gave them syphilis. Tried to tell them it was a free medical vaccine.
Freed the slaves
Who does that
and
shit?
Put them in penitentiaries.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates is doing that now.
Sorry, second shit.
Facts. But that's
what he wants.
Right, but that's the whole thing. And I agree, because I saw that same interview. We don't have the history of being violent to other people. We have the history of being violent to ourselves. So that's why there's this whole black on black crime thing. There's no such thing as black on black crime. Crime is crime across the board. But people always want to bring up, like he said earlier, if black lives matter, black lives should always matter. Well, black lives do always matter. The thing is, we are evil to ourselves. That's in our culture, in our history, just like every other culture. So when you have so many people of the same background, the same skin color, the same culture, you're destined to bump heads.
But that was also instilled in slavery too.
Right. We don't like it, but it happens. And we understand that we got to fix that. But us bumping heads as two black guys is different than a white man coming up to me, telling me I'm not equal to him, and then causing me harm. That's a completely different situation to me telling him, yo, I'm better than you. Because
that's the only part of Black Lives Matter that I do get on board with. That is the only part. Because if you get pulled over, black people, the reason why they act irate and get the way they get when they get pulled over is because they don't get treated with the same respect. So perfect example is I went up to South Carolina when EJ stayed up in South Carolina. I had just got stationed here in Florida and I went to go get my car. So I called him and I'm like, yo, pick me up. I'm landing here in South Carolina. I'm going to spend the weekend with you guys. We're going to hang out. We're going to do whatever. He's like, yo, I got to go pick my girlfriend up. Let's go pick her up. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're driving through this neighborhood. Two white cops pull us over, guns drawn. They're full on, ready to attack us because they see two black people in a nice car, and we're in a white neighborhood.
They automatically think drug dealer.
Exactly. So here's what happened. So 2 white cops, guns drawn, all this. So I tell EJ, I said, put your fingers on the steering wheel. Make sure they can see your hands. Roll all your windows down so they can see us as you pull up. I said, don't startle. Let me do the talking. Because I know for a fact, EJ, between me and EJ, I've known EJ for years. Between me and him, EJ is Malcolm X, and I'm like Martin Luther King.
I'm
gonna be peaceful.
I'm like you lied in this whole store because I'm pretty sure that dude was about to snap in different levels. And this, that,
no,
and the other. So I was like, you telling him to put his hands on the freaking anything. I'm like, okay.
So listen, hold on.
I would love to see that
I wouldn't let him talk. I wouldn't let him talk. I said, EJ, and I'm older than him, right? I'm 35. So I said, EJ, don't say shit.
My daddy.
And he's like, all right, don't say nothing. He said, okay. So they pulled us over. They got their guns drawn, all this stuff. They're like, you know why we stopped you? You ran a stop sign. How the fuck you got your guns drawn if we just ran a stop sign, right? So we're talking to him. I throw out there, hey, I'm active duty Marine. He just got out. The moment I said that, the guys immediately, they holstered their pistols, and all of a sudden their tones completely changed.
White privilege.
Now the thing about it,
it
should have never came to that. It should have never came to that.
It shouldn't have at all.
If we were white, they would have pulled us over. They would have came up to the car. Hey, do you know why we stopped you? It would have been a completely different way. So we got out of the car. They searched us, asked if there was any weapons in the car. We're like, no, there's no weapons in the car, nothing like that. He's like, we're literally picking my girlfriend up so I could take her to work. He was like, all right, let's run your licenses and stuff like that. Make sure y'all don't have any priors. We laughed. I'm like, bro, I'm active duty Marine. So they ran our licenses, saw we had no issues. His fucking license was expired.
My license was suspended because I sold a car. But in South Carolina, if you sell a car, you have to return the license plate. And I didn't know. I'm a Florida boy. The license plate follows you. I still got a license plate registered to me for a car I got rid of 6 years ago.
This man got savings in a checking account, and he got a situation with savings.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I'm hearing.
But here's the thing, though, right? So the cops come back, and because they saw my military ID, saw his retired military ID or whatever, they're like, "Hey, you know how to drive a stick?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "You drive, and you get in the passenger seat. We're gonna let you guys go." They completely left us alone. Now, if we were white, they would have gave us that same respect. But us being black, they didn't approach us that way. So that's what black people want. They know that you're going to, if they were white, they would get treated that way. And that's how they want to be treated when they get stopped. Now, not all people, don't get me wrong. That 10%, just like the 10% white people that, act irate and shit like that, have guns and drugs and shit. You know what I mean? That 10% is a little different story.
But that's what people got to understand. We want to be treated like the majority of everyone else gets treated. And when the majority of us don't get treated the same way, that's why we have a problem. But if 90% of white people were treated the same way, and 90% of the population, every race, was treated the same way, whether it was fucked up or not, you wouldn't hear a lot of bullshit. If it was fucked up, you hear people saying, hey, it's fucked up the way you're treating us. Can we change it? But you wouldn't have the clash that you have now.
90% of black people get treated the way 10% of white people get treated. Right. And that's the issue. And only 10% of the black people actually get treated with respect. And it goes without saying, a retired cop told me the exact same thing. He looked at me just last week and literally said, well, because you're clean cut and things of that sort, I wouldn't give you a hard time if I pulled you over. You talk proper. I wouldn't give you a hard time if I pulled you over.
Me the same thing.
And that's the issue. You should never judge a book by its cover.
BAID, or now in Florida, it has veteran on the bottom of my license. I got pulled over on my way to work. Cop lied and said my third brake light and my second brake light was out, and he couldn't see my other brake light. And it was fucking 6 o'clock in the morning and no sunlight. All right, cool. He was talking all this shit. Then he goes, he runs my license. He sees I'm a veteran, comes back. Now he's a car guy. And he typically pulls guys over who has cool cars to talk to him. Nigga, it's 6 in the morning. I'm trying to go to work, bro. Make up your mind. Are my fucking taillights out? Or did you just want to ask me about my car? Don't hassle me about some shit that is false. And then when you find out that I'm in the military, now you want to be my buddy. That's why I say white privilege, because to me, I feel that's how the majority of white people are approached by cops. They're not approached with the extra shit at the beginning. I got pulled over by a cop for my window tint, and everyone knows when a cop pulls you over, they don't have to introduce themselves, but the first thing they say, license and registration. That's like the norm. The first thing out of this cop's mouth was, does this car belong to you? Nigga, you ran the registration. You ran the registration. You saw my name. My ID is in your hand. How are you going to ask me if this car belongs to me, nigga? It's registered to me. What do you think that means, motherfucker?
You see what I mean when I say he's Malcolm X? Malcolm
I cussed that cop the fuck out, boy. My
was
wife
the one that wanted to resort to the violence.
Nah, EJ got a point there. He got a white boy name, so they're probably
the whole time she's sitting in the passenger seat telling me to shut up. I'm looking at the cop. He's Asian too. This is the part that pissed me off. He was Asian. I said, "You mad? Your cousin wasn't in this car, wasn't you?" I damn sure said that shit to his motherfucking face. I ain't get no fucks. I felt disrespected this shit when he came up to me like that. I was like, y'all, nah, you thought your cousin was in here, huh? See a black man in here and you think I stole it. Nah, that's what you thought. I thought I stole it, didn't it? See, like I came up with a fake ID.
This is why
the whole goddamn time, yo.
I'm like, I've known this man for years, and
I ain't paid that motherfucker.
See, you can't
stop. I went to court and say he was racial profiling.
Put your hands on the dash. No, fuck that.
That's the thing. Listen, but he listens to me. He listens. I'm like his big brother. He listens to me. He knows.
This is when I was older. Yoshi hasn't been in that situation with me as an older man above 30. He's right. Younger me? Oh, nah, fuck that. I put my hands in my pocket. That cop gonna have to show me something.
See, that's why I'm like, there's more to the story. There's hell of a lot.
Outside of the Marine Corps, when I changed a little bit, he knows Marine Corps EJ. Marine Corps EJ was a motherfucking fool.
And see, it's the basis for whatever you are now, okay? So that's what I'm saying is I know there's more to the story than meets the eye. I know there's hell of a lot more things that
No, that's what it was.
Yoshi, where were you at in the Marine Corps?
I was in Lejeune.
With him?
For that particular story, I didn't say anything. I shut up. I was
with him. I was boot camp, freaking 29 Palms, and then back and forth whenever I did like operations in Cali.
Yeah. See, I was in 29 Palms with him too. That's where I met EJ.
Yeah, but you probably met him after like an actual fleet. I was there for the schooling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's known me and seen me.
I've seen
calm down a little bit as I've gotten older.
I don't know about that calm down. You just changed up in different ways.
But don't get it twisted. If he wouldn't have said nothing to me, I would have flipped out. When that cop came up with his gun out, I'd have been like, nigga, what you got your gun out for, bro?
I know how EJ
is. I
already know. And that's why I got ahead of it. You see what I'm saying, Yoshi? I got ahead of it because I know how he is. I immediately.
He was saying that shit for the cops put their lights on.
EJ, it's a cop behind you. Hey, if they pull us over, you don't say shit. I immediately.
He was talking
me down before the don't say nothing.
Lights on, because I was already getting pissed. Dumbass cops behind me got to put me the fuck over.
Who put the music down? Did he hit the vape 2 times? I mean, like, was he about to get ready to
switch? A few times.
See,
nah.
Of course he's gonna question it because the man created a cloud. He can't see shit through that cloud.
I didn't blow it out the window.
You ain't even had a vape in there. I would have tripped the fuck out if you had that vape in there. No, you didn't.
Damn.
You didn't have a vape. He ain't had nothing. Listen, I'm telling you right now.
All this sounds like is you got a good cover up, man. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus was with it. No. I swear to God on my kids, Joe. I swear to God on my kids.
Me too.
Exactly how it happened.
I'm telling you right now.
Exactly how it happened.
Anyways, move on. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just let you.
What's the conspiracy one?
I'm not.
Oh, now we moving. All right, now we moving on. God dang. All right, so
you still think I'm as wild as I used to be.
For C-Boogie, no. It's just that you haven't got you an activator. Okay, you need somebody to match you up, and then bam, y'all get wild. All right.
But he doesn't do that though. That's what I'm saying. With him, it's different. He don't let
because
me
listen. If I do match him. All hell is gonna break loose.
It ends up
because I'm just as wild.
That's what I hear.
I'm just as wild.
Oh yeah, like Palm Springs when we went down there and started beating everybody up. Yeah, Nah, we can't have that.
We was taking their girls on the dance floor and start stepping on our shoes and shit, and we just looked at each other, and it was just like, oh, match was lit. It was
So that's why I already know. That's why I can't do that with him. If he goes high into the left and I go high into the right, ain't no coming down. So it can't happen that way. One of us got to be
away, or we ended up in jail. One of the two. That's it. Ain't no pause button.
All right. So we hit about an hour and a half. We can keep going forward. All right, that's on you. I'm just saying. So somebody had a marker on that one. Okay.
Yeah. No. What we got?
All right. So he want conspiracy. You want high conspiracy or low? No.
High. Let's go high.
Something I can make jokes about.
What was
I
this?
can make jokes about anything.
All right, so we got Wayfair. Do you have just what I need?
Did you hear about the chick who came out on Twitter and said, "Nah, nigga, I'm at the house chilling. Get the fuck out my face with this bullshit."
I'm not mad because y'all mad because y'all think I'm dead. I'm here. I'm fucking alive.
I'm not trying to downplay everything else, but there was this one particular girl.
I saw that.
Who they had a dresser named after for like 18 grand, and she was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm at the house chilling with my parents. Get the fuck out my face."
There's a whole mess of notes on here that I took on that crap, man. We can go hard on that thing.
Well, damn, that kind of fucks that whole thing.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
So yeah, supposedly it was supposed to be like kids or something like that in those.
So
kids
shipped in armoires,
like kids that were designated missing children, and they were using their names on these.
Yeah. Okay, so
Wayfair
furniture pieces and selling them for like 20 grand.
I'm not a nasty individual, so I didn't go and research this to see if it was true. So I don't know if it's true. But Wayfair said users can kind of interact with it kind of like an Amazon type of deal where you can, as a private individual, can sell stuff. And they were saying that people were doing that, and the names of these dressers were the names of girls that were either reported kidnapped or missing. And what stuck out was the dressers were all the same, but the prices would vary and the names would be different. And the names would be girls. And they were saying that people would buy those, but in actuality, what they're doing is buying the actual girl, not the dresser. And that's why we're trafficking kids.
Right.
So that part
I heard
is very
about that.
Serious.
But so it wasn't true?
I don't know.
None of it
to have the one girl come out and be like, "Yo, I'm right here," to me was just a funny twist in the story. Okay. Like, the situation is serious. I'm not trying to downtalk the situation, but just to have a girl be like, no, I'm right here. I'm not missing, but thanks.
Regardless of whether the Wayfair was true or not, how many children go missing every year? It's like 800,000, right?
Lots.
It's a lot.
And lots.
It's way too many.
All right. Now, we all know about Jeffrey Epstein, right? And his little fucking island he had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. God. You gonna bring up his little road dog homegirl?
This man wants to try and do a connection thing. I'll let him roll with it. Go ahead.
Go
ahead. Hold on. Let him roll.
EJ, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you've been talking half the time for some bullshit, man. Let the white man talk. Let the white man talk.
Everybody knows about Epstein and his little island full of children that was fucking sex slaves and shit, right?
Right.
All right. Yeah. And all these politicians and Hollywood elitists would go there. Everybody who was anybody gone there. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now all of this stuff breaking right now during this time where you have one president who is running for re-election who has multiple sexual abuse situations against him, has stated that he would have sex with his own daughter.
Acquitted.
Friends with Jeffrey Epstein back in the day. Has been to his island.
Fake news.
Now you have creepy ass Joe Biden running for president as well. So here's my thing. If Joe Biden gets elected, then everybody in the situation gets pardoned. But Donald Trump is pushing everything, I think, to try to hide and downplay his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein to hide his pedophilia. That's what I think.
I can co-sign to that because Donald Trump wants to be portrayed as someone who never fails. So I can see that. I can see that.
That's what I think's going on.
But with that same mentality, okay, I'm gonna take what you just said. All right, this man isn't stupid. I think he can afford. I think he can afford at least the basis. Okay, he's stupid. I'm just saying he ain't that stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, are we talking about the same Donald Trump?
he ain't that stupid to. For that specific fact that it's like, okay, hey, are you of age? Sign a contract. You can start sucking the dick. I can see him. He's not dumb. I don't think nothing can come back to him. I want to say nothing.
To be honest,
no homo. Do you think Donald Trump tans his dick that bright color he tans the rest of his body? Pause.
I can't hear half the shit. Hold on. Pause.
Do you think that Donald Trump tans his dick that same nappy orange color he tans the rest of his body? No homo.
I think
hell no.
That's the only way you get to Melania, bro.
Yeah, I had to mute this dude.
That motherfucker turned the lights off and got a fucking orange lightsaber.
Got your back.
That's nasty. That's disgusting. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, cut that out.
Why won't you unmute?
He's got to click on mute, I believe.
Did you mute me?
All right.
No, I mute him.
Nah. Yeah, it was my birds. Sorry.
Oh shit! Okay. I lost screenshots.
You know those are just cameras, right?
No wonder he talking about shooting darts and shit. This nigga got birds. Oh, Pocahontas ass nigga.
You stupid. Shut up. Nah. So listen. All
right. So
go ahead. Say what you were saying.
I don't even know where we left off, man.
I was on some random rant.
I don't know. Donald Trump conspiracy.
All right, so
yeah, that was homeboy. Yeah, this is on UC Boogie.
Oh, all right. So basically, what I was saying is both the presidents we got running right now are pedophile, sexual predators,
right?
And they are both trying to cover each other.
Tell me how that's historically,
all kinds of stuff like that.
Historically, a white activity.
What?
It is.
Yeah.
Gotta be. I mean, you got a white man that owned a freaking child sex slave island.
Explain it to me.
Right.
I have to find this video. I watched a video today of this white woman saying that she lets her mini stallion vaginally.
Dude, oh my god.
Yeah, she was. It was a thick one.
I think you got
him in the butt.
Do you got ADHD?
Who?
Possibly.
I can't.
I've been diagnosed.
Probably.
Yeah.
Are you trying to
stick to the topic?
Are you trying to mental? This is part of the topic. Bestiality, pedophilia is all nasty.
No, and this is what we have to deal with every freaking show. And then he's always right at the end. So we can't win with this dude.
I'm just saying. I saw this video and it was very interesting. That's all I'm saying.
He explains how like a fly can take a dump over there on a donut over there.
Talk about that.
And Krispy Kreme.
It's weird. It's weird. I'm saying it's weird. And it's weird.
All right.
Set to pedophilia.
Let's get back to the topic though.
All right. So this is white man's conspiracy theory by
I'm sorry, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no shit. Over and over.
My bad.
On you, C Boogie.
All right. My real point of bringing up this whole conspiracy is a vote for Joe Jorgensen is a vote for someone who's not a rapist or a pedophile.
But how do we know that?
Pretty sure it's all right.
Pretty sure it's all right?
What?
Yeah.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
So it's better to get him voted.
It's a girl.
It's a lady.
Whatever.
It's a woman. A grown woman.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know who she was.
She's a libertarian candidate, bro. She don't get no
She's
media
not a girl.
coverage.
She is a grown woman. You're
What's
right.
her name again?
Joe
Jorgensen.
Yeah, there we
Dr. Joe J.O.
All right.
Jorgensen.
I'll just follow.
No relationship.
And any woman that wants us to have the ability to own tanks, I don't think she would be a pedophile because if people found out she was a straight Second Amendment, bro, it don't classify what kind of arms we can bear.
Wait, so you're saying I could buy a tank?
Yeah, but you can't buy it.
Can I buy a jet?
Might as well.
Can you afford a jet?
Hell no, he can't.
I can steal a jet.
Yeah, but if you could afford a jet, shouldn't it be your right to be able to buy one?
I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you fucking can.
Facts. If you can afford one, you should be able to buy one.
And I'm pretty sure you can.
I don't know. I don't know if you might be able to buy one, but I don't think I'm talking about like a fighter jet, not like a travel. I'm talking about I want to buy like an F-15 Eagle or like an F-14 Tomcat. Or
Okay,
F-22
so
Raptor.
Again.
back to the subject.
Okay, thank you.
Back to the topic.
That's on top.
I'm gonna have to do my research. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do my research on her because you're 100% right though. Because Joe Biden is definitely creepy as fuck. And Trump.
But is it worth the vote? I don't even know anymore. I don't think it's worth the vote.
Are you sure?
Bernie needs to.
As many people that hate both Joe Biden and Donald Trump, it may be worth the vote. It's the best chance the Libertarian Party's ever had.
True. Very true indeed.
But then, if she's not getting out enough, here's the question, and this is something that I did like about, different radio stations. One of the radio stations, they asked, what are they going to do for the black community? What is she going to do for the black community?
Look it up. Look up, Joe. Look her up. EJ saw something about that the other day, I believe.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's go to the Googles.
Oh, man. Y'all triple.
She basically said it's not enough to be passively against racism or passively not racist. We have to be actively anti-racist.
Okay. All right.
And
that's something I can get behind.
One way to do that is to basically abolish all of these government, for lack of better terms, corporations that run things here in America that do not allow the normal people to get out and start their own businesses and do such things like that without having to go through massive amount of approval or paperwork. Some people ain't got the time to do that. You'd be able to do that. Black folks could go out and start their own businesses without having to worry about that kind of thing.
I fucks with it.
So my question is, do you think the elitists are going to let that happen?
Oh, definitely not.
To turn us into Switzerland.
That's why the people have to stand up and do something about it, bro.
Okay.
I'm so down. I'm down. She wants to turn us.
If we want to do shit against the elitists, we got to stand up and do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
She wants to promote military self-defense.
Okay.
She wants to arm the individuals.
She has said also that she would
to defend,
decriminalize drug laws, such things like that, abolish those laws, and pardon people that have been locked up for years for dumb drug laws and violations of that sort. Like if you're a grown man and you want to do drugs, that's on you.
Interventionist foreign policy. I love that. We need to stop worrying about other people's shit. Let other people figure out their own shit. We need to focus on our shit. While we helping other people not be homeless, and we got our own homeless people we need to be helping here. While we trying to funnel funds into other third world countries to make them prosperous, when we have a population, a large population of our individuals living in poverty here. I've always believed in that. Always.
Yeah. How can you take care of somewhere else better than you take care of home?
Right. And
I agree with that.
We need allies and we need strategic places here. I get all that. But we need to work on our shit first. Because you got to remember, when in the World War era, as America, what do? We focused on our own shit. We weren't really fucked around with other people's shit. But then when they brought the fight to us, we focused on ourselves enough to be able to defend ourselves and everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why we got involved.
If we want to talk about make America great again, and I understand that statement is really controversial depending on how you look at it. I'm taking the race thing out of it, and I'm looking at America as a country back in those days when people knew not to fuck with us. When they knew, hey, if you go mess with America, there's a giant chance you're going to get a foot shoved so far up your ass, you're not going to be able to walk straight for the rest of your life. They figured it out in World War I, and Japan figured that shit out in World War II. That's the type of America I want this America to be. So if we're going to say make America great again, take all the racial standards out of it, take all that out of it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the country as a whole. We need to get back to that, where we were working on our own shit, developing ourselves internally, but still had the power to squash bullshit if people tried to bring smoke our way. That's what we need to do. And if she's about that, I'm about that. Point blank, period.
You know what? Since you're a big advocate, man, you should start making a protest and go ahead and demonstrate you're all in by trading in your BMW, man.
What the fuck does that have anything to do?
You're showing allegiance to an American car, man. So you gotta pick a Chevy.
BMW
man.
is German, first off.
Okay, German. See, even worse.
Yeah, it was probably built in America.
It probably was. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of BMW plants here in America because we are a better country to build things in than Germany is.
But unfortunately, German scientists have always been better than our scientists. Have you not seen a spy movie ever in your life? Why are we always going to Germany, stealing their niggas and bringing them over here?
I mean,
you are fucking stupid.
From the atom bomb on up, though.
But it's facts, though.
Yeah.
I know, but
they either coming from Germany or Russia.
I mean, if it weren't for Germany,
we all seen the Marvel movies. We all seen who was the lead of Hydra, some German nigga. Come on now.
You are retarded.
What white dude you know named Von Strucker?
Man, I need to learn to mute you specifically over.
Oh, Yoshi, she is gonna get some coverage finally. Some dude went on Joe Rogan the other day and said, "I'm endorsing Joe Jorgensen for president. You better have her on." And he was like, "All right, bet."
Shit, I might have to.
If you get somebody on Joe Rogan, I mean,
it ain't gonna
that ain't gonna be enough.
It ain't gonna happen.
I mean, it ain't gonna be enough all the way. But it's a great start.
It'll be ready for next freaking turn. Next
might have to be pushing it.
Yeah, 2024.
There you go. It ain't gonna happen this year.
Might have to push it.
It ain't gonna
push it.
It ain't gonna happen. You push it half the year.
I mean, because
it might be a 4-year campaign, but
don't get me wrong. I'm going to vote for her. However, I feel me learning about her so late in the game, right? I feel a lot of people.
You gonna forget tomorrow?
No, because I've been since me and him talked about this months ago. I've been high on her, but a lot of people who are hearing about her late. Some of them just will have it in their brain who they're already going to vote for, even if they do agree with some of the things that she says, only because of how late they may have heard about her in the grand scheme of things. I think that might hurt her. But I agree, 2024, if she comes out day one and starts running, and I feel that she could possibly be the potential next president of 2024.
She's an
independent. I can tell you 2 reasons why she won't get it this election.
Late.
You have one is late, and 2, there's a huge black population that's actually probably going to vote for Trump.
Yeah, what is it called? The walk away movement? Is that what it's called?
Some sort.
I think that.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a movement. I know it was called.
Yeah,
but also because during this whole COVID thing, he also talked about he gave out stimulus package. He made sure to be involved and showed his face in the forefront during that time. So a lot of people.
Also, whenever George Floyd was murdered, a lot of the things that Joe Biden put in place back in the 90s is a part of that.
Right.
Yeah. Big fact.
Yeah. And a lot of people are seeing the racist stuff that Joe Biden was doing in the 70s, 80s, and 90s and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't stand a chance for the black population.
But it's the same thing. Like you said earlier, what are you going to do for the black pop? What are you going to do for the black community?
But see, what has Trump done?
History, no, what I'm saying is like moving forward with Joe Biden's history, yes, it's a big strike against him in the black community. But if Joe Biden runs a black agenda than Trump does, I feel that he can redeem some of those people if it's a great enough agenda. Because
but if you think about it, right,
are looking for what's going to be best for them. And we've had 4 years of Trump right now, so we kind of got a sample size of what might possibly be the next 4 years if he's in.
But what has Trump done for black people?
For me personally, I have not felt or witnessed anything other than the negative. If we're talking positive.
Did you get a stimulus?
Yeah, and I get it.
So
my income tax check is higher than that.
So, but he made sure that happened, right? That's right. He made sure that happened, right? That's one thing. Two, he also
so you saying
don't hold on. No. I'm not saying he bought your vote, but listen to what I'm telling you. This is the things that are resonating in a lot of people's heads. He released a lot of black people out of prison, more than Barack Obama did.
Reduce charges out of everything. Yeah.
He did a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So the thing about it here, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying your vote personally, but what I'm saying is a lot of black people's votes.
Right.
And last time that he won,
to those black people, what has he done for the black community that's going to last permanently?
They're thinking about right now, though.
Okay, cool. You're the president. I need you to do something for my people that's going to last permanently, that's going to let me know that you actually care about my people. Yes, you released some of us from prison who shouldn't have been there. Yes, you gave us $1,200. But if you get reelected and everything was to stop and you got reelected and start from there, guess what, sir? I'm still in the same position I was before you got elected.
True.
If someone is going to promise me I can be better off if I elect them, I'm going to vote for that person.
But the reason why I'm saying that is because, listen, Barack Obama in 2008 said, oh, we can change, right? Make a change, all this stuff. That was his slogan, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did he change?
He falls in the same boat.
He didn't change anything. He gave us a false hope, right?
He falls in the same boat.
Now Donald Trump has actually done some things which shows that he has the potential to do more. That's what people are going to go off of.
And he's doing this with all this media destructiveness going on left and right. Like, this is above and beyond some crazy stuff for him to even do a basic inkling of things. So, I mean,
well, maybe.
And I'm gonna tell you,
maybe if he would stay off of Twitter and stop giving.
I'm gonna tell you
to attack him about. He wouldn't.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is something else, because this is a debate that I was having with somebody, because I'm not necessarily for him, but this is one thing they said. The entire time he's been in presidency, he's been fought against. Imagine if he had the support, what he could do for the country. Okay. If everybody supported him. And I said, Obama, you know what? Obama had the same issues. Exactly. And that's what I told them. I said, there's no excuse.
Exactly.
Obama had to deal with the same issues, not necessarily as deep, but he was dealing with a lot of stuff.
Right. But so that's what I'm saying. If Trump does something that has a permanent, lasting effect, bro, he's going to win by a landslide. A landslide. He can do something that's, all right, equal time for equal crime. It's a law. If there's two identical situations, regardless of racial background, the sentences are the same. If he comes out and says something as simple as that, that would have such a momentous effect across the Black community, because we know that that is not the case. It's been proven over decades. Bro, he wins by a landslide. A landslide. And that's an easy fucking amendment, because the law already states that. They just don't follow the shit.
True.
Something that fucking simple. He has the power to do something that
simple. Say
something.
Something. Yoshi, say it. Spit it out.
I'm letting him talk. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead. What's wrong with that? Am I wrong in saying that?
Okay, you are the 1% nobody cares about, because during this voting time, they want the now. Everybody wants the now. And guess what? When you got Joe Biden that hasn't really done anything really against exactly what I knew somebody would say, the stimulus package, details on taxes, I mean, he's at release. That's what he's gonna blast. That's what he's gonna say because he's done it. And guess what? He's gonna say, "I'm gonna do more. I need your vote." And guess what? Everybody's gonna be like, "Yo, he's right. Why are we hating on him?" It's gonna change. So it's whatever you say at the end.
Okay,
I hate to say it, but it's gonna be
when he's questioned about why it's taken so long to issue another stimulus package when unemployment rates are still going up, what is his excuse then?
The reason behind that is because he has people fighting it.
No, he doesn't. It's already passed in the House.
He's put his...
And the House is majority Democrat. The Senate is majority Republican. It's held up in the Senate. Just like that anti-lynching law is held up in the Senate, where he has majority as a Republican. So explain to me how he does not have the support.
Listen, they are the ones that are fighting him. Just because they're in the same party doesn't mean that they have to see eye to eye. And that's the part that you're forgetting. So he's on the side of, I agree with this, but the people that are in the seats that are preventing it, they're like, I don't agree with it, and therefore it's not going to get to you.
Come on. If you want to take it literally, take his tweets literally. I want to give the people thousands of dollars. I want to give people $600 a month extra, even if you're not unemployed. This is what the president legitimately says now. Whether it becomes a bill that goes transcribes, he has people to beat. He has a lot of people. It's not just him.
The Republicans are the ones that are stopping it.
Donald Trump has signed 169 executive orders. We all know what an executive order is, right?
Uh-huh.
Executive order is an order from the president that is enacted immediately. It does not have to be voted upon. So again, he has the power to do such things if he so chooses to. I get what you're saying, but he has the power to do certain things. So my question for me being
look at those executive orders.
When are you going to start to exercise those executive
Look at those executive orders and see what those apply to. The stuff that we're talking about right now, we're talking about stuff that deals with the Treasury. We're talking about stuff that deals with things that are not necessarily 100% in his power. That has to be voted on, that has to get passed.
Checks, balances, they have to have the actual funding where it's actually going to come from. There's a whole fucking list of processes. He wants it, but it's not going to be like, hey, it's going to happen. Yes, the executive orders are there. Here you go, but you got to come up with the whole scenario. You got to come up with the details, man.
And all right, y'all, I got to dip out. Y'all have a good night.
I'll bring it down.
Right, you too.
You too, pimp.
All right, we'll finish this executive order conversation at a later time.
No, we still good, man. We can bring this down to 2. There you go, or 3. There you go, bam. It was our preset for 3.
It says an executive order is a means of issuing federal directives in the United States used by the President of the United States that manages operations of the federal government. The legal or constitutional basis for executive orders have multiple sources, meaning it's his constitutional right. And it says operations of the federal government, meaning things that can be enacted federally, permanently, and enforced statewide. Case in point, weed. States can legalize it, yet if it's still illegal federally, guess what? You can still be charged federally for having possession of it if you don't have the proper documentation in your state, if it is legal in your state. If it's not legal in your state and you're caught with it, federally, you can still be charged. So when I say he can do things to make a permanent change to help Black communities today, that is what I mean. I get what you guys are saying. I understand. I'm not saying Donald Trump is a horrible person or a horrible president. He doesn't care about Black people. What I am saying is he has a tool that he can use to make a permanent change, not only for the Black community, but for America as a whole, if he so decided to.
It's also called the
My question is, why haven't you when the responsibility lies solely on you? That is my issue. I get everything else. I understand it, and it's great. I'm not saying it's not, but that is my issue. If I'm the 1%, I'm the 1%, and that's fine.
So with some of that stuff, because you're right, it does raise question on why he hasn't activated more of his power. It raises question as to who's telling him that he better not do it. I heard you guys made a comment earlier and was like, oh, he's dumb. In reality, I don't think he's dumb. And this is going to tie into another conspiracy. I think he's really smart. I think he's smart as shit. Too smart for his own good. And if people don't want him to say certain things...
It's another 2 Chainz. That's all it is.
If people don't want him to say certain things, he has to counterbalance it. So like, for example, when this whole COVID thing started, right? He didn't believe it was real, just like majority of us. Like, okay, that shit's over in China. It's not going to affect us. We good, right?
Right.
But then when it started to affect Americans, he's like, hey, there's a drug that you could take. It's called hydrochloroquine.
Hydrochloroquine.
Yeah, hydrochloroquine. You could take that, and what'll happen is you take that for like 10 days, and it'll cure you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? In order for a vaccination to be mandated, you have to have a severe enough cause to make it where you can say it's mandatory. So what did they do? You go out there and you say something incredibly stupid to make everything that you said before look like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Otherwise, we're going to Jeffrey Epstein your ass.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Which goes into my conspiracy theory that I don't think any president has control over the country.
They don't.
I really don't.
So the reason why I'm saying that is because I know for a fact that medicine does help. I'm not going to say how I know, but just know that I know personally that medicine would help you with if you were to come into contact with COVID-19.
Well, I
I
don't think he's a non-intellectual. You don't get to making that much money being non-intellectual. And I've said it before, other people, I feel that the way Donald Trump is portrayed is not actually how he is. But because he spends so much time fighting against the portrayal, it kind of leads you to believe it. That's why I say just stay off of Twitter and do your job. Let your works prove who you are. Because if you're doing something completely opposite of what the news is saying, it's going to be hard to ignore. But he feeds into that, and it makes him look like he's stupid or uneducated or unintelligent. That's my problem. That's always my problem with Donald Trump. I just feel he's not very presidential, which I get it. He's not a president. He's not a politician. I understand that. But you ran for office as a politician, so I'd expect you to have some kind of tact in that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's always been my issue with him. Every time someone says stuff like that, I get it, and I feel that sometimes in his his messages and his speeches. You can see it sometimes in his face. It seems like he wants to say one thing, but then he says something else. I think that's why he gets tongue-tied, because he wants to say something and has to catch himself and say something else that's on the teleprompter or what he was told to be said, or maybe information he was told he can't divulge for whatever reason, and then it makes him look unintelligent.
Right.
I'm just saying I feel that he's smart enough to deal with it better, and to me, he doesn't. And that is what makes him seem incompetent to me.
Right. The thing about it is, I feel like he doesn't give a fuck, and he wants to say the shit regardless. And he crosses the line from time to time, and he says the shit that he's not supposed to say.
Yeah, I mean, we all do. Like we
No. It's a difference between us. When we speak our mind, mind.
Yeah, like he says shit that people have
it's
told.
It's factual.
Carry weight.
Yeah.
and his will carry weight to where it's like, oh shit, this will change the world for the better, but that's not what the elitists actually want.
Right. And like I said, I co-sign to that because that will be why he faces opposition from the people within his party. I get it. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like, you're the president of the United States. I get people are watching you 24/7, but I still feel that you're smart enough to be able to get a message out to be like, hey, these niggas on some fuck shit. Because, I mean, he said it when he ran. He wanted to drain the swamp. All right, cool. I was all for that. You know what I'm saying? But then it looked like he was starting to drain it, and then all of a sudden it got plugged up, and then he got caught up in it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just at a point like, can I believe you, can I not? I don't know. And then you have Joe Biden coming over here trying to say the right shit, and he kind of looks exactly like Trump, trying to say the right shit, but then says the wrong shit, or tries to say the wrong shit, says right shit. You know? So it's like, just like last year when between Hillary and Trump, I was sitting there like, it's like picking between Ghidorah and Godzilla.
Ghidorah. This motherfucker.
Not really, you know what I mean? One's really not too much better than the other.
Right.
And now it's like picking between the Category 5 hurricane and the F5 fucking tornado. Either way it goes, shit's gonna get fucked up. So, but yeah, so I fucks with it. I get it. I'll stop being combative for 2 seconds. No.
No, you're not, man. I'm just waiting for the next spark plug to go.
But
do I need to throw another one in here?
We good? What are we doing?
We can throw another one. I don't care. It's up to homeboy.
What is it?
If you got one, we can see what's up.
All right, let's see what we got left. We got some titties, some little baby ones.
Some titty leaks? Is that what you just said? This video is going on YouTube. I can't show titties.
I know. Can't
uncensored version on Patreon. No. You know the YouTubers be doing that shit.
Support the social. It has where you can fund PayPal and everything. You already know.
They're like uncensored version on Patreon. Titties everywhere.
Let's see. C-Boogie already hit his stuff. You already did yours.
I think we're good.
No, we got Snoop versus DMX versus. That's happening, next week?
Oh, yeah, that is happening.
That's happening July,
I'm going to check that out.
July 22nd.
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair, though. Like, I get it's the battle of the dogs, but I don't think it's fair, though. Like,
why? I don't know. I think
DMX has better records as far as, like, popularity, but I think Snoop is a better rapper. So I don't think it's fair because if you're a person who's judging it off of lyricism, you don't think Snoop's a better rapper than DMX?
Hell no.
No?
I think it's opposite. No. I think Snoop has better beats and stuff that you could vibe to, but lyrically, DMX is a much better rapper than Snoop Dogg.
I'm gonna have to listen to some DMX. I haven't listened to DMX in a minute. I might have to listen to some DMX. Come back next week.
We're going to when it actually comes out, anyways, man.
Because,
yeah, you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that for sure.
In the lyrical sense, lyrically, DMX, literally. I mean, you think about it.
Is
Don't
it
get me
because
wrong.
you spit fast?
No, because I like fast spitters. Twista
that's what I'm saying.
is one of my favorite rappers.
There's a bias there.
No, Twista is one of my favorite rappers. So the fast spitting stuff has nothing to do with it.
Twista versus Busta, fastest fucking bars spit. They should do a versus and just do their fastest bars they ever spit. I think that's.
I thought they did that, didn't they? I swear I thought they did that.
Eminem will beat them.
Well, yeah.
So put Eminem
in versus. Fat Joe said that he feels no one can beat Eminem in a versus battle.
I agree.
I mean, I agree too, but what is your reason for agreeing with that statement?
I think
before we get on that, let's go back to the topic. ADHD, man.
We can come back to that. It's fine.
All right, fine.
I don't even.
But the reason being is because, all right, so if you think about it, right, Eminem is one of those people who Eminem's my favorite rapper of all time, and I could talk about him all day. The reason being is because he literally, like in his song "Till I Collapse," the song, every syllable in the song and every bar rhymes. Nobody else could do that. You see what I'm saying? Nobody could put rhyme schemes together the way he does.
Do you think
nobody could?
Club bangers though to hang with some of these dudes?
Have what?
Enough club bangers or features? Because to hang with some of these dudes, because they'll go into their bags. Do you think he has enough to hang with them? I know lyrically.
But see, you said verses. So when I'm thinking verses, it would all depend on who he's going against and how he's going against them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when they have these versus battles, they'll have sections where it's like lyrical song against lyrical song. Then they'll have sections where it's like club banger against club banger, and then sections where it's like women's songs against women's songs. I'm saying, do you think Eminem has enough variety in his catalog to hang with some of these rappers out here now?
I would think so. If you extend the whole fucking album, yeah. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah,
he's already spread from the slow
CD.
to the rock to the freaking rap.
Right, but not every song. I mean, I love Eminem. I think he would win personally. But not every song on his album was like a mainstream hit, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Right, and that's the thing, and that's where he would get people with. You see what I'm saying? Because he got club bangers. He got clubs. He got songs that you could play in a club. He got songs that you can play for women. He got songs that you could play against women. He got songs that you could play lyrically. He got songs that you could story tell. He got songs about family. He got songs that what I mean, that you could play in almost every category.
I'm not disputing it. I just wanted to know his personal take on it.
So if you think about it, right? I'm thinking like, who would you put him up against? Because in the lyrical sense, nobody is messing with him on any level.
Right.
Like,
but when you start thinking about lyrical bangers and stuff like that, do you think Jay-Z's club bangers would outweigh Eminem's club bangers in a head-to-head battle? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in this spectrum, he might lose in that particular category. Yes.
Right.
I don't think he'll win in that particular category. However, he'll be able to come back with, all right, well, let's get into, if we got songs about females, for females.
Or songs that have a message.
Or songs that have a message,
right.
Because every song he goes into, he's telling a story.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anybody could tell a story like him.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Be able to do it. It really depends on who he battles, to be honest.
So who would be the closest, in your opinion? If you had to pick someone, if it was up to you, who would be his closest competition?
I would have to look at, in that sense, shit. The way you broke it down, I think he would get beat by certain people. If you broke down all the categories, like if you just went lyrical, nobody would beat him lyrically. But if you went into a whole versus battle like that, then yeah, he might get beat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they say it's the top 20 records. That's what's in the versus battle. It's the top 20 records. You pick 20 records that you think are your best 20 records, and the other person picks their best 20. They can be from any of your catalog. If M stays lyrically and the other person stays lyrically, M wins. But if M stays lyrically and the other person starts playing some of these club bangers, like even like if against 50 Cent, Eminem will wax 50 Cent. But if 50 Cent played in the club against Eminem's Cleaning Out My Closet, it's hard for me to not go in the club, because in the club, bump.
Right.
In the closet,
and that's what I'm saying.
Song, but in the club, bump.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So like in that case, I don't think Eminem would ever do a versus like that, because everybody would end up beating him, because he don't really make songs that diverse. Because
Right.
you look at people like Fabulous. Fabulous has great lyrics, right? He can spit bars, but then he can make songs for clubs. He makes songs for women. He makes songs that, Cassidy is another person.
Right.
Damn,
And we're
those
not
people-
saying that Eminem don't got club bangers. We're just saying he ain't got a lot of them. Like when I think of Eminem club bangers, what's that song with Akon? Smack that all on the floor, smack that. That was one of the only Eminem songs I remember being played in the club growing up.
Right, and that would be like one of the only ones he'd be able to play.
Right.
So that's why I said he'd probably get beat.
Now taking those same rules and applying it to Snoop and DMX. Who you got?
Okay, so now Snoop and DMX. Now you think about it, right? In that sense, you're right. Now I see what you're saying. Because fuck, that is gonna be a tough one.
Right.
Because Snoop got a lot of club bangers. DMX got a lot of club bangers.
And a lot of DMX's club bangers, now that I think back on them, a lot of them, he's spitting.
Right. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Yeah.
Up in here, up in here.
It's gonna be quick. Man's been in jail before, suck my whoop, boy.
Exactly.
That song's fire, son.
So, but Snoop's top 20? Damn, that's gonna be hard. I wouldn't even know. Snoop got so many songs, you wouldn't know where to go.
He got the one he did with Warren G and them boys.
Regulators?
Yep.
No, he didn't do it. He wasn't part of Regulators.
No, not Regulators, but he has a song with Warren G and Nate Dogg and all them. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, but you got Drop It Like It's Hot.
What's that old school song when he was telling a story about how he was sleeping with this chick? I can't remember. It's a real old Snoop song from way back. I was like maybe 9.
I don't know, but I'm telling you got a lot.
Too.
Which one did you say?
Get some
But
comments.
yeah, you got a lot. And them two, they are extremely diverse.
Yeah, I mean, I would give it to Snoop
in their own right.
I would give it to Snoop because Snoop got songs with Tupac. That's legendary.
So now looking at it like that, you're right. Okay, so breaking it down based off of the diversity, I would have to go with Snoop. I was just thinking from the lyrical sense.
Yeah.
Lyrically,
I did say lyrically.
DMX, yeah, you said lyrically. So lyrically, DMX is better than Snoop. However, if you break it down to club bangers, that's going to be a close tie between them two. But the diversity, well, then again, fuck the diversity, because DMX will come out and prey on your ass in the form of rap.
From a nigga.
And that's a club banger right there.
I was just gonna simplify this and be like, name just 3 Snoops right now and 3 DMXs right off the back, and you already all you hitting is just DMX ones right now. No,
you got
what club bangers?
I mean, just any kind of thing.
Gin and juice. You got Drop It Like It's Hot.
This is already a demonstration in itself. You already know.
Okay,
DMX is gonna have it landing.
So you got Gin and Juice, Drop It Like It's Hot. You got Murder Was the Case that they gave me.
Oh yeah.
You got
Beautiful
songs
with Pharrell.
Yep. You got what's the song? 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop and Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. You got so many different Snoop songs that you can.
And then wasn't Snoop on that song with Dr. Dre and the Chronic? That real big song. That ends with Nate Dogg going smoke weed every day. Wasn't Snoop on that song?
Yeah, there was a remix version of it there, man.
I can't remember the name of the song, but it was off the Chronic. I mean.
Then you got what else?
Yeah, he was on the second lyric or second verse of that song.
So yeah, you got a lot. You got a lot. And then when you think about it, right?
The G thing, he's on that?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
And then you got songs when he signed with No Limit.
Yeah. Snoop got a deep catalog. I mean, DMX also got the Rough Riders in his back pocket, though.
Oh yeah. Okay, but DMX though,
his back pocket though.
But we're also missing the extra shit that it's 20. What? It's 20 songs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Did they release the song list yet?
You saw how bad it went with freaking Fabulous and his selection. You knew there's some things that we could have said. You said there was several other ones that he could find. Watch him do the same thing too. Watch him do the same thing where he thinks he can do, and then it misfires completely. Did we lose homeboy?
Oh God!
I didn't even see Fabulous.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of. He didn't play Wonder Woman. He didn't play.
There was a lot of early stuff he could have just dropped. I
think
forgot there was one that was just heard on the radio right now, and I'm just upset I can't put it up.
He could have played Wildin' with Chris Brown. That song would have bumped against some of Jada's fucking club bangers.
There's a lot of things.
That song's fire.
So he went against Jadakiss?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Jada mopped the floor with his ass.
Misrepresentation of so many
mopped
songs,
the floor.
Man. He could.
There were some rounds that Jada, it looked like he was tossing them an alley-oop, and he missed them.
It sounded like his DJ.
I had it 13-7 Jada. I had it 13-7 Jada out of the 20 rounds when I listened to it. I had it 13-7 Jada personally.
All right, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Man, to be honest,
I like Jadakiss, but I like Fabulous too.
24.
If I had to say I had a bias, my bias would be towards Fab, and I still give Jada that one hands down.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
But
God dang, man. But yeah, you definitely gotta hear that bullshit, man. But same thing I'm saying here, right? Watch him fuck up the setup too. Snoop's supposed to be on fire, and watch him be like, why didn't he put this song? Watch him put him in the wrong song. DMX mop him up.
Damn.
Just bangers. I'm waiting.
Yeah, because one false swoop on either side, and the other person is gonna dominate.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Okay, so I'm hearing 2 for freaking.
It's gonna be Snoop. If Snoop don't fuck it up, it's gonna be Snoop.
2 for Snoop. I'm sticking to DMX.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm gonna stay right in the middle.
Nah,
because that's hard.
Nah.
I'm gonna go with Snoop.
This is off the dome. Y'all already
Snoop
know
got Biggie and Tupac and Dre and M in his back pocket. He got Exhibit in his back pocket. People like to make fun of Exhibit because of Pimp Your Ride, but Exhibit could flow. Exhibit could spit.
Okay.
Come on
You're
now.
right. I'm gonna stay with Snoop.
Bitch, please, part 2.
I'm not hating on it. I'm with you. I'm with you. But I'm hearing 2
He also had 2 for Snoop. He also signed with No Limit, and he had songs with No Limit too.
Okay.
When he left Death Row.
Which means he got songs of Lil Wayne that people might not have heard or been privy to.
Not Lil Wayne, Master P.
Oh, Master P.
Okay. Are we talking facts? Or are we talking about what's about to happen here on the 22nd?
It's all speculation. We ain't got facts.
No.
They will release the track list, though. I think they released the track list the day before or the day of the battle, so you can look at the track list and see what's going up against what.
Hey, I'm just saying, right now, it sounds like we trying to make this factual. I'm talking about that day, how they're going to show up.
You know what?
I'm pretty sure he's going to... Snoop is going to fall.
And on the next podcast, we going to break it down and we going to see who should have won.
We might as well we can put it up live. Forget that.
That's fine.
We can put it up live. Okay. I'll put the box up and put a center up here, man, for us. But my bet, DMX, I'm pretty sure Snoop is going to drop the ball. He's going to put
I would much rather not watch it live because IG would be fucking up, boy. That shit be skipping. Sound be going out. I'll be catching that shit on the back end, yo. When someone done got all the pieces of the video and put it together in one smooth video. IG be fucking that shit up.
But I'm sticking to my guns. I'm pretty sure Snoop's gonna drop the ball. I heard 20, and right now y'all on about 50, 60 different categories of different songs, and he got picked 20. Remember that.
No faith.
He
got 20.
The only way he's gonna win is just off of popularity at that point.
He got 20. I don't know.
Then that's the case.
Listen to Snoop. Snoop got 20. Snoop got 20 bangers.
I'm sticking to
Snoop got 20 bangers in the cut.
I'm keeping DMX and Cisco in the background.
This nigga
what these bitches want from
Somebody let me know. That's what I'm telling you.
God.
He might open up with that one.
Exactly.
Yo, that'd be fire though.
And there you
that'd
go.
be fire. Open up with that. I ain't gonna lie.
We gonna start out.
Have Cisco come out the background. You know, shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
On that note, we gonna close this episode out. Flip, again, thank you. Appreciate you. You are always welcome. Just let me know whenever you chill.
I'm down anytime, bro.
Word. Unfortunately, Boogie had to go handle family stuff. We knew that ahead of time, so he wasn't here for this. Again, shout out to Yoshi, Polynesian Warrior, the producer that makes everything happen. I just edit shit and talk shit. That's my job. That's real easy for me. On top of that, stay safe. Wear a mask. I don't give a fuck you don't believe it. I don't care if you get mad at me. Wear a fucking mask. Stop being stupid. Be safe. Wear a mask. Practice social distancing. Let's all just look out for each other, because at the end of the day, we all we got. If the government turn on us, it don't matter what our skin color is at that point. We all got to help each other out. Yes, so just keep that in mind. Much love. Peace out.
All right.